Hi, welcome to this tutorial for Konark eLibrary. In this tutorial, we will look at all the e-collections, services, and features of the Konark eLibrary. The eLibrary sits at confluence.refread.com. Here is the URL. Please don't mention www in the URL. confluence.refread.com is good enough. Please note that the first thing that you need to do on the platform is login in order to access all the collections and e-contents that reside on the platform. Login is also required to save content for future reference, to set up favorites, or retrieve your past readings. Or in case you don't find any full text for required document, you can also place your item requests. All these actions require login. In general, also, we recommend all users to log in on the platform because login activity helps us understand your reading patterns, your reading interests, and thus add more content on the platform which would be relevant for you. In case you do not have your login details, please send us your full name, your staff ID and rank details, and your email address. You can also provide us your mobile number to the email address currently showing on the screen, and we promise we'll send you your login details within 24 to 48 hours. Now let's just look at the platform in action. The platform URL is confluence.refread.com, and like I said earlier, the first thing that you need to do is log in on the platform using the registered email address and the password provided to you. You can also set up your own secret password using the settings option available on the click of your name on the top right corner. Once you are logged in on the platform, you have access to all the services. You can track your past readings. You can set up your own favorite ebooks, journals, newspapers, and magazines. I'll show that later. The library staff will continue to recommend you latest ebooks, journals, and video lectures that are added on the eLibrary for you to have a quick look at. The trending section shows the most read documents by our readers community. And you can also see the top users of this eLibrary on the homepage itself. The most important section on the eLibrary is this eResources menu, using which you can browse content by categories, by publisher. Let's just look at one of these categories. So for an example, I click on the menu link for children and I get access to about 1404 e-publications curated specifically for young children, which includes audiobooks, classics, videos, poetry, and by category, I mean you would see poems, graphic novels, moral lessons, non-fiction and fiction ebooks for children. For defense personnel, we have curated more than 130,000 plus e-resources from more than 55 think tanks, and these are some of the most popular think tanks related to defense, security studies, and geopolitics and international relations. And it's a rich collection comprising of ebooks, podcasts, blogs, security briefs, reports, monographs, conference proceedings, thousands and thousands of resources. For general reading, we have curated more than 12,000 e-resources. I mean, these comprise of literary works, classics, poetry, fiction, and non-fiction for adult audience. And for students, we have curated textbooks, question papers, competition prep resources for all the subjects, for all the grades, in a very simple format. And students can use these to prepare better for their exams. For women, we have curated about 1500 plus publications, which include magazines for targeted towards food and cooking, gardening, home and decor, fashion, even entertainment. You can also browse content for all the subjects that are listed here. E-collection can also be browsed by publisher. So let's say I click on this link for India Today, I get access to both India Today in Hindi and English, sourced through Press Reader. Similarly, if I click on the link for the Hindu, I get the access links for the Hindu newspaper and the Hindu Business Line news periodical. You can see the entire catalog of Press Reader by clicking on this link of Press Reader in Newsstand. Press Reader provides access to more than 7,200 publications in more than 60 plus languages, and these include about 4,258 magazines and close to 3,000 newspapers from 120 plus countries. And you have magazines focused on different subject interests. You can also filter by keyword. So let's say I do Time of India and I get access to both Times of India Mumbai and Delhi edition, right? And I can just click on the read button to read these two newspapers. I'll just go on the Press Reader platform at this point of time to just give you a quick look at all the features and benefits that the Press Reader add-on subscription offers. So you can browse the entire catalog of Press Reader even on the Press Reader platform. You can filter by country. So let me just select India here. And these are all the Indian newspapers and magazines. I can further filter them down by state or by language. And as soon as I click on any of these publications, let's say the Hindu, I get access to the latest issue of the Hindu newspaper, and the moment I click on the read button, the newspaper is beautifully presented in the exact representation of it in the print format, right? I can click on any of these articles to read them in a rich text format. I can even browse different sections of the newspaper, right? Let me click on one of these articles in the world section. Yeah, as soon as I click on the article, it is beautifully presented in this rich text format, and there's a lot that I can do with this article now. I can even listen to this article. The Press Reader offers inbuilt text to speech capability, and as soon as you click on the button, you get to listen this article. And you can even translate the article into different languages. Press Reader offers translation capability in close to 60 languages. So I'll translate this English article to Hindi and it automatically does that. I can also print an article or save it in PDF format, right? I can do this, and I can even send the link of this article to my peers using this share option. On Press Reader, you can even search for news articles or articles published in different magazines. Let's just give it a try. I'm going to search for, let's say, Ukraine-Russia war. And as soon as I fire that search, it gives me close to 245,000 articles published on this topic in all the leading newspapers and magazines across the globe. This capability is unique to Press Reader. And one more thing, any newspaper or any magazine you want to read, let's say I want to read India Today, right? I can obviously read its latest issue, right? In fact, most of the publications, especially in case of magazines, you also get to see the preprint issues. But apart from reading the latest issue, you can also go in past and read previous issues of a particular magazine, right? From 2012 onwards, you have access to most of the magazines and newspapers archives as well. This again is a great value for readers who are especially doing some research and they want to catch on to an article published in past. You can use press reader's archives to do that. Apart from press reader, we also have access to Paperboy e-newsstand as a part of our subscription. Um like press reader majorly focuses on international publications, Paperboy focuses on Indian newspapers and magazines, and you click on any of these publications, you can, let's say Pioneer, you can select its state and different editions and read this particular newspaper. To navigate between different pages, just use this option at the top. Similarly, you can read all these publications provided access to by Paperboy. Currently, there are close to 94 newspapers, 13 magazines, and 10 journals, but this collection will keep increasing. We'll keep adding more publications in the Paperboy section. There are about 10 journals of great value for defense and security studies available through Paperboy. I can also browse content by format. Let's say I'm only interested in textbooks as a student. I click on this link and I get to see all the 500 plus textbooks listed on the platform. And similarly, I can browse for, let's say, newspapers. I click on this link and I get the list of all 3000 newspapers that are available on the platform from 120 plus countries. Apart from these e-resources, we have also built topical collections featuring multiple topics in each collection. So let's say I click on this collection of defense strategy and doctrines, you would find multiple topics here. I'll click on one of them, let's say this one on Russia-China partnership. And as soon as I do that, I get to see 26 different research articles, news articles published in different newspapers, magazines related to this topic. You can take advantage of these topical collections as well. You would find separate links for literature, separate links for think tanks on the platform, and adjacent to that, you would find this link for news headlines. The library team will be doing news clippings to feature relevant news articles from published in different publications. And we also show you news headlines from different online news boards like the Huffington Post, Daily Pioneer, TechCrunch, Next Big Future. And you can click on any of these bell icons to subscribe to news alerts. As soon as you do that, you will start receiving news headlines on daily basis directly to your email address. Now let's look at how search works on the platform. I'm going to do a simple search for, let's say, cybercrime. And by default, the platform will first show me publications which are included in the index of this eLibrary. So I can use the filters like this media filter to look for a particular type of data object, right, which is a part of this eLibrary collection. I can also filter by, let's say, year of publications, or to filter down and drill down these result set of 1246 plus publications. But what if I'm interested in looking for real-time research articles or news articles published in different periodicals? All I need to do is just switch over the tab from e-catalog to article, and the eLibrary will now start doing a real-time search across all the newspapers, magazines, right, so that I don't miss out on anything. I'm going to add the results here, and now instead of going to press reader and DOAJ, which is the largest aggregator of open access journals, right, I can do a single search and the platform brings in the latest research or news articles related to my keywords, right, on the platform. And we'll keep adding more connectors, we'll keep adding more sources for this real-time search as we build on to this eLibrary collection. We add more publications, we add more subscriptions, and we identify more open access sources from wherein we can do this search. And if there is any e-resource available in the topical collections related to my search query, then I can find them by just switching over the tab from article to collections. There are multiple search strategies that I can adopt to find more relevant results. I can use this drop down to localize my search in title or in author or in a particular media format, right? I can also use phrase search by adding double quotes on either side of my search query to look for more precise results. So let's say I do China Grand Strategy with quotes and I'm looking for ebooks, right? I'll get lesser number of results, but more relevant results, right? So I can use this drop down in the basic search to define my search query better, or I can also do more complex search queries using the advanced search form. You can look for publications using this advanced search. You can define your search query within different fields, within different data types you can select, or you can also do an advanced search for research or news articles currently within these two resources. But like I said earlier, we'll keep adding more sources to this article search. I'm going to do a search for, let's say, Grand Strategy. I'm going to do an exact search and I'm going to look for resources published between 2000 and 2015, and I'm only going to look for ebooks. I'm going to fire this search and I get 3 books matching my search query and my search parameters. If I don't have time to read them right now, I can also save them for future reference in reading list. I can create as many folders as I want to. I can save as many documents as I want to in those reading lists, right? I'm going to save these 2 ebooks, and this is where you can find your reading list. Click on this link and here are the folders. This is the folder I just created 5 minutes ago. And the saved documents, apart from reading them, you can also share their links to your friends or export citation in these 3 formats. If you're authoring a paper or an ebook, you can just copy the citation from here and paste it in your Word document. So apart from saving documents in reading lists, you can also save web pages from third-party websites, like let's say a Wikipedia page. You can save it into webhooks. You can also catch on the entire reading history from latest to oldest reading activity on the platform. In case you are looking for a resource and you don't find it in the eLibrary, you can always request an item. Just give us the title and the author. These are the 2 mandatory fields, and we will try to arrange that particular resource from our partner libraries. And if you are not able to access full text of any of the e-resources listed in the eLibrary, let's say this thesis, you can also report to us and request for the full text using this button on each search result, right? And we'll arrange the full text and send it directly to your email address. A couple of things to note here: your IP and your account can get blocked if you make more than 4 unsuccessful attempts to log in. You must never share your account details with anyone who's not a part of this library. We are very sensitive to publishers' copyrights. You can read as many as 100 resources from anywhere across the globe. And if you want that limit to be extended, and if you have any issues accessing the service, if you have any feedback for us, you can always reach out to us on the email addresses or the WhatsApp number provided on the screen. We look forward to your feedback and suggestions. We will continue building more features and keep expanding the collection on this eLibrary to serve your reading interests, your learning interests better. Till next time, happy reading.